So what'd you get now?
The plasma beam. So now our beam can once again go through enemies. And Matt, I remember you asking me back in Super Metroid about why is it that we need a plasma beam to go through enemies when a wave beam can go through objects in and of itself.
Yeah.
And I remember that we live in a world of science fiction where many things in films and comics will always say that this beam goes through inorganic material as opposed to organic material. I always took it as the wave beam goes through inorganic material, while the plasma goes through organic material.
Okay.
That makes sense.
That's the best I can come up with.
Because science.
Yeah, because the
science fiction.
The shorthand answer is because fuck you, it's a video game.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Unfortunately, that's the
I don't
answer
want
to
to
a
be
lot of
rude to
things.
Matt.
Now you know.
No. Here's my other question. Can you still get harmed by power bombs?
No.
Oh, what, from like the SAX?
No, from yours.
No.
Okay.
You can never get harmed by your own power bombs. I don't know why, but because explosion doesn't care who you are.
It's like when you're about to let out you're about to let a firecracker go off, but you're still holding it. Oh, it doesn't hurt you either way.
Yeah, you're the one that lit the firecracker. You're immune to the firecracker.
There you go. I like it.
Wait, we restored plasma beam functionality. He didn't expect that. Oh, we weren't supposed to get that.
Oh shit. So
Can you say you're breaking authorization?
Yeah. Authorize this.
starting to sound like Walker from Danny Phantom. Getting a certain beam without my permission? That's against the rules.
Sounds more like Walker Texas Ranger to me.
Samus just gets round kicked.
Yeah, if we got a Walker Texas Ranger upgrade, it better be a roundhouse kick, and it better cause detonations on site.
No, but speaking of which, I actually watched a little bit of Walker Texas Ranger.
Yeah, you watched it?
I watched a little bit of it.
What drove you to do that?
Was
it simply just Chuck Norris? Or?
I saw
It's
it.
simply Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
No, it's just I saw it. I thought, why not? Maybe I'll just watch a little bit. And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Like, what have I been missing?
It's entertaining and absurd all at the same
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
Like the only thing I remember is that they were in a horse stable fighting.
Were they swinging horses at each other?
Oh my god!
I'm gone.
I'm gonna need a picture edit of that.
That's what.
No. It's Chuck Norris roundhouse kicking a horse.
Roundhouse kicking a horse, or the horse roundhouse kicking him.
Oh god!
Wasn't it Chuck Norris that was also singing the lyrics to that opening
he sings
theme?
the intro. Yeah.
Yeah. I was wondering why it sounds so dull.
Or the theme song to Hey Dude.
Yeah. Oh, hey, dude.
I actually tried watching that.
What? Hey, dude.
Hey, dude. That's beyond. That's before my time.
That's Nickelodeon '90s, I think.
No, that's Nickelodeon 70s.
That's late '80s. I would
They-
say.
Was it late '80s?
Yeah. Salute Your Shorts was more early.
Yeah,
90s.
Salute Your
They
Shorts.
were showing that on the
wait, did I
Splat.
get that?
They've been
Oh,
showing that
okay.
on the Splat actually.
Now,
we have
which is
this.
one
Wait,
with,
we have the splat?
Yeah.
Which was
shit.
the one with Donkey Lips? Was that Salute Your Shorts?
I think Salute Your Shorts.
I think it's
Salute Your
Salute Your
Shorts.
Shorts.
Like,
Okay.
But like, the thing, like, I tried watching Hey Dude. I couldn't do it.
Well, no, I mean,
It's not
just
for everybody.
It was just boring.
you know what I actually can't go back to, and again, I was really young when this show just stopped airing. Was you can't say that on television.
You
yeah.
can't do that on television. You get slimed.
Yeah.
You get slimed if you say I don't know, and if you
Yeah.
get water, they dump water on you. I always thought if you say I don't know and you get slimed, just say water and clean yourself off. I think I looked at it with way too much logic than way more than I was supposed to.
Yeah.
So when do you think Robot Chicken will be renewed for a new season? I don't know. You're canceled.
And when do you think a new Metroid game will come out? Never.
You're fucking fired.
Don't dump anything on me. Just never.
Never. And then a bunch of pig's blood.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Christ.
Never is the pig's blood. Your show is terrifying.
I thought it says you can't say this on television. Not Are You Afraid of the Dark?
I like Are You Afraid of the Dark?
I can't remember the last time I watched an episode of that. I still remember some episodes, but not most of them.
That Goosebumps, that was
Yeah.
never
I
really.
didn't really
I
watch-
thought it was great, but it was never my cup of
I
tea.
didn't watch a lot of Goosebumps.
It's aged like milk.
Oh, God, yes.
The Haunting Hour was good.
Oh, yeah, The Haunting Hour is great.
Now, the Haunting Hour I'm not familiar with, which was
It's Goosebumps for the new age with actually pretty horrifying stories.
Yes.
It's surprisingly good, actually.
And surprisingly, the Goosebumps movie was pretty good.
By the way, nice grab on that.
Yeah, I saw that.
I was really kind of hoping I'd get that, and I did. Otherwise, I gotta waste a few seconds after I get the gravity suit to backtrack to that area. Okay, yeah, okay, okay, there we go. I was pretty happy about that. Hey, you weren't there earlier, you fucking space pirate. I'm not racist.
That sounds very racist.
Anyways, here's what I'm talking about. That was a fish I killed earlier.
Oh, now it's a fish.
Now we got a space pirate fish. Still very vulnerable
Cool.
to the plasma beam, though. But I like that. It's really cool design.
And it's not space pirate. It's outer space entrepreneur.
Yeah. It's just ahead of the game.
Politically correct. Come on.
My question is, how far can the transformation with the next parasite go?
That's a good question. I'll answer that later down the road because that's actually brought up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, not like in terms of story, but more like a detail. Okay. I think this is where the power bomb corridor is at. Yeah, there it is.
Oh, you fucked up.
No, you didn't. Space jump.
So there is a visible wall right there. And inside that door is a recharge room in case you need to recharge. It's like one of the only recharge rooms that's deliberately hidden away from you. And inside there is a save point.
You don't need it.
No, I don't need
Because you don't save for shit.
No, I don't.
You don't.
But you did by accident that one time.
Yeah, inside
when you
that
got on
ship.
the ship.
Sorry, I wasn't given a choice. Actually, yes, I was. I can hit no. But it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it's okay.
Saving in a spaceship actually takes less time than saving in a regular save corridor.
I was about to wonder why you just didn't go down to the right, but then I saw the
Like,
thing.
you're in the ship, and then you select no. You can't continue until you press yes to save, because you haven't saved yet.
All right, so
This
that
boss
Juggernaut
looks
that
like
was
something out of a bad dream.
this
nightmare.
is what a nightmare.
He needs more souls.
So the thing about Nightmare is that generator right there can manipulate gravity.
Oh my.
If you try to shoot missiles while he's warping gravity, they go right back down.
Oh
So
god, he's crying Nickelodeon
You
slime.
have to.
Yeah, look, he didn't know.
I couldn't say a lot of things on television. Now I'm crying slime.
Maybe he
This
said
sucks.
maybe he said too much on television.
Yeah.
Whoa! Oh god, nightmare.
So we destroyed the gravity generator, and now its true face is revealed. Pump
Look at
that
this
shit.
slowdown.
Pump that shit. Yeah, you can know how you can. We're playing this on the Wii U Virtual Console, by the way, which is a really glorified emulator.
Yeah.
And you can tell this is emulated because this game lags on a lot of points, but more so on an emulator because they never really got emulation perfected with Metroid Fusion in particular, because there are a lot of times where the sound may lag in like boss fights, and you can play it on the Game Boy Advance and you don't hear that at all.
Yeah.
Now, did the Game Boy player for the GameCube, did that do
You know
any
what?
better?
I have to go back and check that out. It's been a very long time since I played Fusion on Game Boy Player.
Because I know that altered some of the graphics. It smoothed out a lot of the lines, especially on the older TVs.
Yeah.
It smoothed out a lot of the lines, and it made I know Final Fantasy Tactics I played on TV.
Now you
Tactics
can move
Advance.
freely on water.
And
It may have
Tactics
to do
Advance
with,
was very beautiful.
It may
on
have
the
to
Game
do
Boy
with
player.
it perfectly replicating the GBA's native resolution. Because if we're talking in terms of like graphic quality, I would still say Fusion looks the best on a Game Boy Advance.
You look like you're in a ski park.
yeah.
Because
I mean,
there's
it was optimized for that.
Yeah, there's a benefit to not being able to count the pixels. And to what I am, a few years ago, I posted a picture of me hooking up Sonic 2 to a CRT, to a Genesis. It's like, someone left this CRT here, but you know what? I'm going to plug in a Genesis and all that. And people were saying, why don't you just get an HD TV? I was like, no, actually, it looks better on a CRT.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of color bleeding with HD. And
Because the thing is, it's meant to be on a CRT.
Yeah.
yeah, it's built for
That's
that.
what they designed the games for at the time for that.
Yeah.
For the resolution for the pictures.
Which now they make a lot of upgrades for your older system, where you can have your Genesis sent out to get S-Video modded, so it'll put out an S-Video signal. It looks a lot more crisp.
There's actually
Super Nintendo does. With Super Nintendo, actually, certain ones did RGB natively.
Yeah.
So
Right.
as long as you've got it set up right, and I've seen the picture difference, and believe me, it's beautiful.
there's actually a converter that you can actually get for your Dreamcast to set it to HD.
Oh, see that I want.
Yeah.
I think I want that.
Like I heard about that from the YouTuber Metal Jesus Rocks. Cause he was talking about his game room collection.
Wait, Metal Jesus, isn't that just Alpha Omega Sin?
No, no. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
No, he was showing.
Which one's the musical Jesus? That's Smooth Groove.
What is it?
No, I'm sorry.
No. Jesus Christ Superstar.
That is not Alpha Omega Sin.
Yeah.
But he was talking about that. It does look cool to have, but I think he did say it might be a little expensive to get. I'm not sure. I forget.
It depends. You know, it depends on what your idea of expensive is and what your value of it is.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to do it just because you want it to sit on your shelf, if it costs $1, it will be expensive. You know, because you're not going to do anything with it. But if you really play the system, if you love the games and you love going back to play with them, then it's definitely worth it.
Yeah. Like I would say to get a Retron 5 because that upscales your games.
But that's also a glorified emulator.
Yeah, and it has some compatibility issues. I know that there are lists out there of what happens to them when you play it, because there are some issues with sound and things like that.
The other thing is that I had a bad experience with it.
Yeah,
it touched me in the no place.
You
know what? That was I would take that over what it did to me. Actually, it didn't work.
Here, using this doll, show us where the Retron 5 touched you. Right in my wallet.
Like, I got the Retron 5, and then like once it came in, I plugged it in, didn't even work.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
They worked right out of the box, and we had to refund that shit, and that wasn't fun.
No.
You know
why? Because they said you broke it.
No, it wasn't. It's just
but there's some people that do that. It's like, it didn't work, huh? It was like, you're just trying to shortchange me. It's like,
Yeah,
no, actually, your product doesn't fucking work. I want my money back.
As somebody who works for the multimedia giant Comcast, we actually do get customers that try to pull that shit on us.
yeah.
Like they'll have a TV that's broken or ready to break. Then we go over there to work. Then all of a sudden the problem's the TV. All of a sudden we broke it and we got to pay out the money for it. Fuck you, we will.
So a good giveaway for that, I always do it when I go to stores, is you get that kind of look of, oh yeah, sure, it doesn't work. And I always tell them, just give me another one. I don't want my money back. I want another one.
Yeah.
No, now with boxes with TVs themselves. Like, you don't even worry with TVs. So it's like, guess what? You know, that's why we always do, like, we go to customer's house. We're like, yeah, you touched the TV. You put it on for us.
Yeah.
You touched the TV in a bad place. That's why it doesn't work.
Right.
That's insensitive.
That's
right,
another thing we get
HDMI
too.
ports. It likes it in the rear.
Nah, it's actually kind of a two-faced kind of thing.
Yeah.
What, they put HDMI ports on the front?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Not really. No, I'm saying, like, you put one in the TV, one in the back of the box.
That sounds like a euphemism for something.
That's what I was thinking, because like you said box.
Box.
So, oh, you guys hooked up last night? Yep. Gave her one in the TV, one in the back of the box.
2 for the pink?
Now you got a restraining order.
I don't know exactly what you did last night, but I don't want to hear any more about it.
So instead of saying 2 for the pink, 1 for the stink, 2 for the coaxial, 1 for the HDMI.
Two for the coax, one in the HDMI. I like it.
Thank you.
Christ.
So what are we looking for down here now, aside from the
We're
clearance?
doing a lot of cleanup, and the second half of Sector 4 looks complicated. It's really not.
I was going to say we were going to try to find Samus's parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck with that one.
Yeah, I don't think they're kind of dead.
Ridley just shot him out in 3 weeks.
They live in Ridley Park.
Yeah. That's what he calls his
You
esophagus.
get a picture.
He's a dick.
He is a little dick.
You can get a picture of Bayonetta grabbing Lucas, and then you have Bayonetta tell Lucas, learn some manners from your mother, and then Lucas starts crying.
Oh, that's sad.
She'll probably look at him and say, "You're lucky you're here."
Wait, I
Right.
fucking skipped that
But then
corridor again, didn't I?
Yeah, she did.
Yes, I fucking did. Jesus Christ.
Which one did you skip?
I skipped the exact same fucking corridor I did during the Nintendo-thon.
Damn.
And, Christ, now I gotta backtrack to that area.
Because you're talking to us.
Oh no,
Let
Christmas!
me get my diffusion missiles first.
We'll be back.
No. It's right
Oh,
here.
I see. Metroid Diffusion. All right, I like it. That was very clever.
The thing is that in that vertical corridor, my gut instinct tells me to go to the secret passage where the power bombs are, but that's going down the corridor. So my instinct is not to immediately go back up. Yeah, I just walked past that thing, by the way.
We'll stop. Hey, she ran right past us. Oh, that's okay.
Shit.
I
I'll leave you there to mourn.
Did you guys know she could do that?
No, I didn't know she could do that, actually.
Well, fuck her. Kind of threw her
Can
away
I
on
just-
purpose.
I wonder if I
That
can
was
just-
very
She
disrespectful.
looks like you can left and down.
Yeah, you know what? It makes. Probably just gonna have to. Oh wait, you're in the way. Fucking.
Oh,
I know what.
fucking
Actually,
asshole.
no.
Meanwhile, Samus touches the live power wires.
And wonders why it hurts. Okay.
Doctor, it hurts when I grab these wires. Stop grabbing them.
It hurts when I pee. What did I just tell you?
Oh, this is weird. Going backwards in a place I'm not meant to go going backwards in. Stop inflating, you dick. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to get some real use out of diffusion missiles here because I'm going backwards. So diffusion missiles are the final upgrade to the missiles. You can now charge your missiles pretty much.
Huh.
So yeah, that's a little neat.
Now, thus far we see it working with ice, and it freezes the room. What about when you don't have the ice thing equipped, or is it always going to be equipped?
It's always going to be equipped.
All right, then forget what I was about to ask.
Yeah, because ice missiles that's a permanent upgrade. All right, so here's what I missed.
So it's like when you switch beams, it's always going to be a permanent upgrade.
Yeah, it's always going to be a permanent upgrade.
That makes a lot of sense.
So here's what I missed earlier. It's a missile upgrade, if I recall. I probably should kill, like, these things. Maybe give me a red parasite. If I'm lucky, you know. Yeah, oh, wait, he will.
Pony up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mentioned the space jump earlier, Uncle. You know, but the thing is, my favorite variation of the space jump will always be Super Metroid because it's so fucking smooth.
Yeah.
And
that's why, and I think that's why I love it, because that's the first time we encounter it, and it was such a great
first experience.
Yeah, it's when I think of the space jump, I think of just a smooth transition, a great item that worked very well. You know, there's
it was introduced in Metroid too, but Super Metroid just like upped the frame rate, and it's like look how fucking
okay, yeah.
visually.
You know what happened? Metroid 2, I played once, and I got all the way through it, and it had a lot of the same issues that the first Metroid had, and it was just unwelcoming.
Despite being a much more linear game.
Yeah, it was very unwelcoming to come back to that game.
Yeah.
So,
Are you still upset that I had the same Metroid 2 posters?
Which one was that?
that was in the Yoshi.
Yeah, and I got a second
game.
one when I got an original Game Boy.
I just like that the Yoshi game had everything with it.
Yeah.
I love a good complete game.
Yes.
I made the mistake of adjusting my shelves, so now all my boxes and instructions that I used to have separate are with the games, and now all I do is look at my shelves and think, I want more boxes and instructions. I want my games to be complete. I do, however, have Super Metroid complete, so I'm pretty happy about that.
That's good. I got Toy Story on the SNES complete.
Same caliber game.
I could beat it.
I would say it's similar in gameplay.
But it's a good game.
It is.
No, yeah, it is actually a pretty good game. It's no Super Metroid.
So this should be the last item we get in Sector 4. These power bombs down here. You need power bombs, by the way, to get this. So that's why I ignored it earlier.
Will there ever be a time where we get to activate the Omega 13?
Yeah.
We don't even know what it does yet.
Yeah.
It's probably a continuation from the Omega Mark V.
But we already know what it does. It's a matter rearranger.
We're not sure
Yeah,
yet.
power bombs are rearranging matter, all right? Completely obliterating it.
I said it earlier when you first got it, but this looks like you're wearing a ski parka.
Didn't I tell you it was a jacket upgrade?
So anyway, this is the area where you do the Shinespark Easter egg trick, where there's a lot of slopes in Sector 4, the second half of Sector 4, and the thing about Shinesparking in Metroid Fusion is that if you horizontal Shinespark in this game, but you run into an incline of any sort, Samus will still continue to run in a Shinespark direction. But now you're back on your feet.
Yeah,
so you can store the Shinespark again and hold it for somewhere else.
Cool.
Basically, by manipulating all the inclines that Sector 4 has, it's very possible to get to this navigation room without getting to the diffusion missiles. And they will compliment on that and saying, "Oh, that was very nifty what you did with the Shinespark." And then the guy in the suit, like the anonymous looking guy, he says like, "That's our Samus Aran, like that's the bounty hunter we know. Why don't we just let you in on our little plan?" And the
At long last.
and the computer's like, "I don't think that's advisable." And the guy's like, whatever." And then the computer says, "Go back to the regular pathway and get the missiles because we're not letting you." Because they lock the door, they won't let you out until you get the diffusion missiles.
No, do it the way we said.
Yeah, exactly.
Go get it.
It's like
Now you're authorized.
it's like they're definitely aware that
I didn't authorize
it's like they were
Go back
aware
and get
that
the
people
missiles.
would learn how to do that. You
That's
know,
probably what I mean, at this point, they must have learned everything from Super Metroid. You know, when they made Super Metroid, they figured, oh, these things are foolproof. It's a pretty linear game. And then somebody figured out the mock ball trick, and you get the super missiles way before you should. And there were all these ways to break the game. So they probably went over Super Metroid and went over all of that and said, you know what?
It's like, okay,
we gotta stop this.
It's like, okay, this is what we can stick with. These are things that we have to stop.
Yeah. I don't know.
Which I like though. I think.
But the thing is though is no gameplay ever, no ideas ever really survives conflict with the player base. So maybe it was just like in the way that they did it, like how Super Metroid was so unbalanced, but because it allowed players to get creative with the game that they had, it really created for some memorable runs.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I like about it. That you play it normally. I mean, when I first played the game, I played it normally.
That only applies to the hardcore base.
Yeah.
Casual players aren't thinking about that.
Like,
but you know what? Then that's perfect then, because that applies to both people. Rather than developing the game just for casuals or just for hardcore. There are a lot of people who games a little bit in some way like this where it's very linear.
Wait, there was a red.
It's fine. I'm getting a recharge later.
Yeah, there are a lot of hardcore players that won't bother to replay this because they limit how much you can do. Whereas Super Metroid, there's a million ways you can break it, and that's always really fun. I just saw a run a couple months ago with the reverse boss order.
Yeah.
I had never seen that before.
Well, that category existed before AGDQ did it.
Yeah, but I had never seen it. I was never aware. I mean, that was probably, I had seen speedruns before, but that was speedrunning on a level I had never seen before.
Yeah, it's really fucking nuts. And I'm hoping like maybe one day if there's ever another fucking Metroid game somewhere out there, Prime or otherwise.
That's not Federation Force.
That's not,
I said Metroid game.
Yeah, so, I'm hoping it's as, loose with the rules as Super Metroid was.
Yeah.
Or, if not, then, at least still a very tight adventure like Fusion was in Zero Mission. I just want another fucking Metroid game, to be honest. That's all.
I mean, I'll tell you what I miss. I used to love it. I'm a huge fan of New Game Plus. I think New Game Plus is one of the best things you can do where you beat the game normally, then you can start the game over again with certain power-ups, and it will change the whole experience.
He's out to play. He is not fucking around this time.
Nope. No, he's really not, but I'm also, not doing this the right way. You see, the thing about ladders is really fickle is that sometimes I can get away by just holding up. I don't know. Why did he do that? Oh, usually he bounces on the wall, and then he, bounces back. And that puts me in a position where I can just fucking unload missiles on him. But he's giving me really strange behavior this time.
You're blowing your loads too low.
Yeah, you see, right there, he jumped, right? He never does that before. He always,
There's only so many times you get your ass kicked before you learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I'm going to do this the other way.
It's like it's self-aware.
It doesn't take much missiles to get him back to Core X, because this fight is considerably more dangerous.
I'll say you're almost dead.
Okay, my positioning is just fucking terrible. Okay, at the risk of being a really fucking boring Let's Player, let me actually concentrate on this fight, because I'm actually really close to dying here.
Yeah, this is a shock.
Yeah.
And it's been a while since you saved.
Yeah, it has been a really long time since I saved. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Let me,
Create restore point.
You should do that, actually.
Yeah. I'm really debating
Restore point.
Make the restore point.
You're gonna have to
make the restore point, please.
Just to be safe.
John.
So we don't fucking go through all this shit twice.
Please, just do it.
Sorry, everybody.
You have now voted 3-1.
Yeah.
I'll play it safe for Let's Play safe.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And the parts that I don't like, we're gonna edit out.
That right there never happened. Wow, I can't remember the last time I died in Fusion. If it happens,
I can't.
There we go.
Okay, there we go. Better safe than sorry, I guess. But
yes.
Oh, well, this thing can still hurt you though. So don't sleep just yet.
Yeah, you're not.
This thing will shoot a beam at you every time you shoot it.
When you hit it,
it shoots a beam.
Yeah.
How much damage does that do?
Probably, I don't know. I don't want to find
93.
out. I don't want to.
93.
It does 93.
Yeah,
wave
beam. Do the wave.
Oh.
So I'm gonna head to the right is a missile expansion that's blocked by a security corridor with the lock inside the fucking thing.
But I'm going to. What the fuck are you shooting?
I don't know what it's supposed to be. This is a really weird looking wave beam.
Those are rotinis, aren't they?
Yeah. They look delicious.
Those are rotini gun?
Now, you know what though? Because what we're thinking of is to this point we've only seen the the wave beam combined with spacer and plasma.
Yeah.
We never seen a wide wave beam combination, so I mean that's why it looks like laser, tortellini and shit.
And normally
That's
you
not
get
totally-
the wave beam first.